Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 2, check 1 2, mic check 1 2, man. Welcome. Day Party live stream, Uncle Buddah hanging out with you right now. As you can see, we do this each and every Friday. I got my special guests in the building right now. Look, they so excited. They're just smiles. All smiles up in here today. What's going on, y'all? Introduce yourselves real quick. I got my man J.A.C.E right here, man. He's in the building. J.A.C.E got a heck of a story to tell. We're going to talk to him. And I got the one, the only Miss Lithonia Peaches Barnes hanging out with me today, man. Yeah. Let me tell y'all a little something about the Day Party live stream show that we do each and every Friday, man. We have topics, we have special guests, we always highlight new music, and we do have our Young Bosses segment that we do. Now, this week we won't have our Young Bosses segment, man. That's right. Now, as you can see, my partner, Miss Shasta Partey, is not here today. She's on vacation. So we're going to be holding it down without her. So shouts going out to Shasta Partey and my brother Wild Boy Hawk, who just tied the knot, a week or two ago, something like that. So shouts going out to Hawk. He got married, tied the knot. So we're going to give him a little time off as well, man. So Day Party live stream, we got a lot of stuff going on, got a lot of stuff to talk about. J.A.C.E, he is not just a motivational person. Dude is an artist. So come a little closer. Bring your mic a little closer.
No doubt.
Closer to you so we can hear you.
Okay.
And tell us a little something about yourself, Jace, man.
Hey, what's up, world? I'm J.A.C.E. Like he said, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a rapper / preacher. I do music that motivate people to get y'all, to the point where you realize that, hey, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for a reason. So no matter what situation you may be in, just know that God changed my life. I was running the streets, running wild. I got an opportunity to get a second chance. So now I'm all about reaching and helping people to get up.
Right.
Just like I got up.
No doubt. And then we got my girl, Miss Lithonia Peaches Barnes up in here. So what's going on?
Yep.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Are you tired?
11 more days. 11 more days.
That's all you gotta say is 11 more days.
11 more days.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get all up in your business. We want to talk to you because I know you've been busy. You're a mother. You're a wife. You're a Christian. I mean, you do it all. You know what I'm saying? And now you're running for the city council seat at large.
That's right.
Right. Well, we got to talk about that, man. All right.
Yeah.
So we got that coming up in the show as well, and also we got a topic. I want to talk about that Black Lives Matter mural situation that's going on that the city is trying to remove. So we're going to open up the lines. I'll have Waleed Cummings on the line in a few minutes, and you guys get to leave your comments, for the topic of the day, man. Shouts going out to my girl, Miss Cordelia Reynolds. She's in the building. I can't see her right now. She's engineering things from the back right now, man. She's in the background. You know what I mean? We'll get her to come up here in a minute because we want to talk about that Just Move for Health thing that she has going on too. It's awesome, all right? So let's jump right into the show. J.A.C.E, I want to start out with you, man, because we always kind of start with the new music situation.
Okay.
But before we do that, you were talking about making good music, making positive music and things like that. You haven't always made positive music.
Not at all.
How did things change for you, man? What happened in your life that made you change and start doing things a little bit different?
Well, actually, I had made a lot of bad decisions because I was afraid of my potential like a lot of young black men. And I didn't look like what my environment looked like. I was smarter than most of my peers, so I wanted to fit in. Mm-hmm. So because I didn't have a template to look to and say, this is what I'm supposed to be, I started using the rappers and the drug dealers and the different things to mold this identity. But in all actuality, I had to find the Lord. So I ended up getting involved in a situation, making a lot of bad decisions, and it just snowballed to the point where I got incarcerated. Innocent man ended up getting murdered, not to get too much into it, but I actually tried to prevent things from happening. So I got caught up in the situation, and I realized that I could no longer walk in this, because if I was to accept this, then I would be going against everything that my mom, instilled in me, and my soul was at stake. So I decided to accept Christ, and just try that. I tried everything else just to try that. And when I did, I gave up music. I let it go. I said, let me just do this. But then, one day the Lord spoke to me actually through a Bible verse. It said, from your rising up to your sitting down, I am their music. And I just asked him that. So I accepted it, and next thing you know, the N-word stopped, being put out my mouth. I stopped cursing, and I started to realize that I was born with this intelligence and went through what I went through to help people up instead of being a taker. Now I've learned to be a giver. So the music just continued to metamorphosize, and you know, I'm here now.
I love that story, man. No doubt, because you got a lot of artists right now. They like to be, I think, more followers than leaders, because a lot of artists probably feel the same way you feel, but they feel like if I make music like that, that's not what people want to hear.
That is true.
If I make music like that, that's not going to sell. That's not what the record labels are looking for, you know, things like that. So they start following and imitating what they hear on the radio and what they think should be heard. You know, when a lot of cats really not gangster like that, really don't believe in the stuff they are saying themselves, but they put it out there, man. That's crazy. Where you from, dog?
Well, I was born in Mississippi. I moved to Sumter when I was like 2 years old, and I moved from Sumter to Baltimore when I was 10 or 11. So I'm kind of down bottom up to the East Coast. So, you know, I rep Baltimore and Sumter as well.
Yeah. And right now, what's the project you're working on now? We got one of your songs in here.
Okay.
Do you have, well, you did some time. I heard you did like 10 years.
Yeah, I was sentenced to 11 years. I did 9 years and 4 months. I just got out less than 90 days ago.
Wow.
But the Lord's been, he's been walking with me.
Wow. And that's incredible. You've been out less than 90 days, and you've been accomplishing a lot since you've been out, man.
Well,
we already got you on our show right now, man, already.
Much respect to you. But, you know, waking up every day, I realized I had to make myself better. I couldn't let the time do me. I had to do the time. And I had to work every day to look in the mirror and say, hey, wait a minute. I got to be better than what I was when I came in here. So I worked every day on, you know, every aspect of myself, and here I am. And I have a mixtape out on Audio Mac. It's called Let Me Help You Up. And, you know, it's free for you, you know, your listening pleasure. If you want to check it out, it's definitely motivation. Motivation.
No doubt. You think you got a chance on changing a lot of the rap game with your music? You know what I mean? Because a lot of brothers, like you said, they just quit because they're like, oh, man, this game is different now. I don't want to be a part of this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be in this game no more. But you took it and used it to your advantage to help people, to talk to people. Right. So you think that you can get other rappers to follow what you're doing, and maybe this thing will snowball and we'll get back to some sense, you know what I mean, with the hip-hop?
Well, I pray so. I pray so. I pray so. And I really believe that anything is possible with God, you know, but at the end of the day, it's my duty to speak these lyrics. I have no choice but to do it after I've been given a second chance. So, yeah, I believe he can get back there, but, hey, it's all on the person to make that choice.
Right.
You know,
right.
Like you said earlier, you know, everybody wants to worry about what somebody else thinks about them. But if we as people come to the point where we look in the mirror and say, wait a minute, I'm not going to allow anybody else to dictate who I am, we can get to that point together.
Yeah. Wow. J.A.C.E, now, if he did it, you can do it, man.
Absolutely.
This brother he haven't even been home 90 days, and he did 10 years in prison. He's home, and he's making positive moves, man. We appreciate you. So I tell you what, right now, no doubt, I got to give you some applause on that. But right now, your song. I'm going to let you introduce it, my brother.
Sir. Hey, what's up? This is J.A.C.E. This is Melodic Motivation. This is my new single called Get Inside Your Element. Check it out. It's for everyone. It's also on YouTube and Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all music platforms.
All right, you heard it first right here. Day Party live stream. Get Inside Your Element. My man J.A.C.E.
Who don't like motivation? I believe in you. I believe in you. So should you. So should you. J.A.C.E. Oh man, this feels special. It feels good. Feels good? Yeah. I'm 5'5", I will never be a ball player. But let me tell you one thing about your small neighbor. I've been given the gift to reach you with that raw flavor, to motivate you to strive first and talk later. One that breaks the rules the best could be a lawmaker. He saw a technicality on his assault papers. The man that loves fighting and being a jawbreaker could become a boxing legend if he thought greater. But he must be willing to take one across the chin and learn that accepting loss is how you always win. As long as you climb out the hole you have fallen in, you could be the one to help people learn to walk again. You love to hoop, grab the ball when it comes off the rim. Eat, sleep, and breathe in that building we call the gym. How would you feel if by chance you just lost your limbs? Take advantage of your gifts, so you should part with them. I witnessed so many people stand up at the scale and ignore their weight class, feeling sad and frail. But within you is where true talent dwells. Keep in mind 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. I started rapping, been addicted to it ever since. Buying the beats is the best dollar I ever spent. That's my story, you should get inside your element. Get inside your element. Cause all that other business is irrelevant. That gift of yours is heaven sent. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. Find your gift inside your element. That sister's a lawyer that loves to debate. Her brother's an encourager, her mother can bake. But for them to learn that, she must struggle with faith. Graduate from law school and beat the ugliest case, in which a girl named Grace had to suffer through rape by the nephew of the crooked man that governed the state. She was threatened and told she had too much on her plate, but in the end, sister lawyer got justice for Grace. Time to get inside your element, rest inside your niche. Why would I become a plumber when I specialize in this? Preach to the people, J.A.C.E, that's why I exist. Wanna live life to the fullest? Then exercise your gift. Under the blood of Christ, that's the only way to raise the stakes properly. Got God with me, get your wages straight. Every day's a gift to start over, so stay awake. Just ask sister lawyer, that's truly amazing grace. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. I started rapping, been addicted to it ever since. Buying the beats is the best dollar I ever spent. That's my story, you should get inside your element. Get inside your element, cause all that other business is irrelevant. That gift of yours is heaven sent. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. Find your gift, then get inside your element. I love my wife, she helps me rule in my element. Stick with who sticks with you, screw being arrogant. Once you make the choice to strive, you gon' need help with it. Try and you won't fail, that truth is so definite. Cause you doing exactly what you was put on earth to do. So God reserved the tools to see that purpose through. My people, you were born for this, raw servitude. To the Father's the reason your mama gave birth to you. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. I started rapping, been addicted to it ever since. Buying the beats is the best dollar I ever spent. That's my story, you should get inside your element. Get inside your element, cause all that other business is irrelevant. That gift of yours is heaven sent. Don't wanna look at your life and wonder where it went. Find your gift and get inside your element.
Ah, man. J.A.C.E the Reacher, sounding like more like a preacher.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Love it. What you think?
Oh, awesome.
Appreciate that.
I looked at her
appreciate
face. She was like,
Yes.
I'm glad you like it. I'm
Look,
glad you like it.
well, another thing that I do, I'm a preacher. I might can use some of that. No, look, like the preacher will say, that'll preach right there.
yeah. You know what? And not only that, you got to take this dude with you on some of your campaigns. He can speak now,
Come
man.
on now.
You know what I mean?
Come
Some of
on.
your rallies and stuff like
Love
that.
I'll go.
I love it.
That was an awesome song, man. What do you guys think about the song we just played from J.A.C.E the Reacher? Leave a comment and let us know how you're feeling it. Get inside your element. I love it, man, no doubt. What made you come up with that actual, song? I mean, get inside your element. What were you thinking about when you made that song that day?
Well, like I was saying earlier, I was used to being a taker and I wanted to be a giver, and I realized I was given a second chance, and I found my element. And it was such a good feeling to look in the mirror and say, I know my purpose.
Right.
Even though I might not know the whole thing, I know what I'm supposed to be walking in.
Right.
And I know that feeling of waking up, whether you're addicted to drugs or whatever you may be doing, and you just like, damn, I can't see past the fog.
Right.
So it's just an encouragement to let you know, like, every day you wake up, it's a gift.
Right.
Forget about what anybody else said. If God gave you a second chance, he says you're worthy for a second chance. And hey, that's how it came to be. I just want to see all my people do the best and be the best they can be.
What's next for you, man?
I'm working on a new single. I'm recording a new single tomorrow, actually. It's called I'm Ready. I got plenty of music, and I'm going to continue to push, give you visuals. Check out, on my IG, Incredible Rapper J.A.C.E the Reacher. Check out my YouTube channel. The Get Inside Your Element thing is on there. The video is on there. And I'm just going to continue to push this music any way that I can so we can be our best selves, y'all.
No doubt, man. Shouts going out to my man June 2nd, too, because
oh, yeah.
That's how I got turned. That's how I got his number from my man June 2nd. Shouts going out to him.
Incredible mix.
And we want you to hang around for a few more minutes, man, a little bit, because you said you were a taker, but now you're a giver. Give us a freestyle. I'm going to play a beat, and I just want you to go wild before we end the show, man, all right?
Definitely.
All right, man, so let's get it on. We're going to continue. And when you said that, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, I saw your face. She was like, oh, yeah.
You already know
He's
what it is.
spitting now. He's spitting. Oh, man. So, Miss Lithonia Peaches Bones.
Yes,
it's been a long, long road, and it's still going.
And it's still going.
Primaries now. The election day is what? How many days away?
11. Did I say 11? 11.
I knew you knew exactly how many days it were. Tell us right now, how hard is it to run a campaign and be involved in this right now?
Oh, I did not realize it was so much. I did not know that it would be as expensive as it is. I did not know that it would be as time consuming. So my hats go off to all of those who who make a career out of this. This is, it takes every part of your everyday thinking about what to do next. Your getting up is planning and preparing to make lives better for others. And so it's no longer just laying and sitting and thinking about you. You're thinking about how can I make the lives better for others. But this campaign is, oh boy, next level stuff, you know.
So you're running for the city, the at-large seat for city council.
That's right.
Well, explain to our listeners, what does at-large mean when you're running for at-large seat?
At large means you will have some city council members that have a district. So Pat Gibson High has a district. She has East Florence and a small part of North Florence. Teresa has West Florence and a small part of North Florence. And then you have Buddy Brand that has the other part of West Florence and a little part of South Florence. George Jabali, Glenn Willis, and Octavia are at large, which means they are not district, they are citywide.
Okay.
So we represent all in the city.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Why is this position important to you? Why do you want this city council seat?
And the reason I actually started running, you know, I can really attribute this to Donald Trump. And
Thanks again, Donald Trump.
Yeah, you've done something well. Actually, I heard Joe Madison. He's constantly on the radio talking about what you're going to do about it. And I would hear myself complaining constantly, and they need to do this, and what they need to do is this, and I heard him saying, what you gonna do? And so I told my brother Al Bradley, who's a county councilman, my husband, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just get in. I've always been saw myself as a servant. But it's time for somebody, you know, we talk about how bad the leaders are and how you can't trust the leaders, but the people who are doing the talking are sitting on the side and not willing to step up and give of their service. And so that's why I'm here today.
Wow, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Wow, like, awesome. What are you going to do? And just point a finger at you and you're like, really, what am I going to do?
Right.
And you have the platform for it. You have the exposure. You have the name. So besides doing the city council thing, you also are a business owner, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about your business.
Well, I'm no longer a business owner.
Okay.
I owned a beauty salon and a barbershop for, I want to say about 23, 24 years. I was in the business for 31 years. But then I moved in. I was a platform educator for, y'all may know, Organic Root Stimulator. Worked for them for 14 years. Educator, started the cosmetology program at Florence Darlington Tech. Started the program at Virginia College. I was the first business with Oscar James Salon and Spa to kick off downtown Florence. And so I'm just doing a lot. Doing a lot. Wherever God leads me, I just, try to be in my element.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Praise God.
That's right. Being in my element.
Yeah.
Man, well, small businesses in Florence is very important right now, man, especially with this COVID thing going on. I think small businesses kind of like keep the city and keep the world going around
Most
right
definitely.
now. You know what I mean? So we definitely need small businesses. What are your thoughts on the things going on right now in the city? Everybody's talking about with the Black Lives Matter mural that the city actually kind of wants to take down. We're going to have Walik on the phone in a few minutes, one of the organizers. But I want to see your thoughts on this matter. What do you think?
When I first heard about it, and that they are removing it, one of the things that I saw before I saw this is we need more everybody being on the same page. The lack of communication that goes on, I think we can do a better job. If I am to be honest, as a black person, okay, one of my issues, not with the Black Lives, I'm talking about the murals, I'm talking about all of them. Our history is too important to go on a dilapidated building. Our history is too important to be washed away in 1 or 2 rains. Our history is too important to be on the side of the building that they're planning to tear down. I see that as a message that there's not value in our history. So with that, I of course I was not in with this decision making because I'm not on the city council. I believe that deserves a permanent place.
Like in history books.
Oh no. I would love, and this is, I would love to see. Maybe we have, if I owned a property that I can say I'm going to put up a bunch of walls where it's like a park. I could come and sit and see artistry, see the story, our story, something that we can cherish and really look up to, something that, kind of, and not like, well, kind of like the Veterans Park. You could go and sit and when I go in East Florence, that is some beautiful work. Oh, that's some beautiful work. And just to think one day they're planning to tear all of that down. I really believe that we need to, as a people, find a way to tell our story and keep our story so that it shows that it's important to us. Now, what has happened with the Black Lives mural? Like even, I even missed when they painted it. I found out about it when it was on Facebook. So I did not know about it. However, I thought it was a great thing. But then finding out later the contract was something else, everybody not being on the same page, and because I believe in I don't know, I haven't talked to these people. I hadn't talked to anybody. Listening to what I see on Facebook, I don't know if they would agree to it being washed away. Right.
That's what I said too.
Yeah, so I think that should have been established from the start. But a lot of times we get caught up in the moment, like George Floyd was a moment. But that's a moment that shifted us that will last a lifetime. So we should not respond quickly. We should think about what we're doing and how it's going to play into the lives of other people in the future.
I never looked at it like that, the way you said that putting it on a dilapidated building might devalue our history. I never looked at it that way or thought about it that way. I kind of looked at it from more of an artist point of view, like it was more of the art abstract, that matters, you know what I mean? It's abstract and it was, the beauty of it. But I never thought about that, you know what I mean? That being on a dilapidated building might actually devalue the artist's artwork
because it's
and the history of the person.
It's leaving.
Right.
It's leaving, and we've got the very fact that people are going and coming to take pictures beside that. People are so proud of this work.
Yeah, they really are.
They are, but.
Not only black people either, whites, blacks, people just coming from just passing by stop there all the time, man.
So why can't we have it in a permanent place?
Right. Well, everybody don't feel like that about it either at the same time, because when we were out there putting it up, we had several, people come up and voice their opinion that how they were feeling that they didn't want it up there and that we should actually put other people up there instead of those people that we put on the wall.
Well, I think it's up to the artist. The artist has to paint what the artist sees.
Vision.
Yeah, the vision. However, this is also where I think that we as a people, there should be some private entities from our people to say, hey, I got some property. Let's make this thing happen. We will place our art here and it can stay here. we put up some cameras to make sure.
Yeah, you gotta get them cameras up.
Because at first people are gonna mess with it, but when they get caught enough, they'll stop.
Well, here's the situation with the Black Lives Matter mural that, my opinion too, I don't understand why everybody's really tripping on it. It's not, from what I understand, at first it was supposed to be in a bigger place. It's supposed to be like off of Church Street or somewhere.
They didn't want it on one of those main streets, so they were approved.
Approved?
The street that they got.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is the street that it's on is like a side street. Not a lot of cars come down there at all. It's not like the mural's up on a wall and bam in your face. It's on the ground. You can't really appreciate it unless you're looking at it from an aerial view. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what's the beef about it so much. You know what I mean? It's not like people have to walk by there every day and go, oh my God, Black Lives Matter again. It's in a secluded area almost. You know what I'm saying?
Now I can be devil's advocate.
Okay.
If I can. Okay.
Okay.
So on the State House, we said the Confederate flag needed to come down because we were paying for those. That's our tax dollars, and that was not right for them. So for those who, and now I go to Savannah Grove, so we got Black Lives Matter outside of our church, and we constantly get somebody messing with it and taking it down, but that's on our property. And we can do what we want on our property.
Right.
And so in Hartsville, this man had this big Confederate flag that waved, it was bigger than a 3-story building. It's really, 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 really big. And guess what? People tried to get him to take it down. They couldn't. It was on private property.
Right.
So as a people, why can we not come together? Find a place. I'm sure that there are some black business people or some people, and they may not even be black. Because the rainbow is involved in this thing.
Right,
this is not a black issue. That would say I've got a place that your art can permanently live. I've got a problem. We are too talented to sell. And I'm not saying sell out. I shouldn't say sell out. To accept the hand-me-down of a dilapidated building.
Gotcha.
I think we deserve more than that.
Okay.
So my first thought would be to look for a
better place for the murals to go.
We've got the art is too beautiful, too valuable for us to put it on. Right.
Everybody, man, has been talking about it too, man. Stopping from all over the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. People been coming from all over just to check out that wall. J.A.C.E, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I agree with both of y'all points, and I believe that we have to keep the narrative what it is, and we got to continue to push it, because like she said, people make it a moment, but moments pass. And, like me and Cordelia were talking about earlier, that's what they tried to make the George Floyd situation. That's what they try to make every single, unjust killing or whatever it may be for our people. So I feel like now is the time to continue to move forward in that, and make it as great as possible.
Yeah.
Make it as beautiful as possible. Allow our artistry to flow. And allow the love to conquer all of this that's going on, because at the end of the day, I look deeper than black and white. I know it's between good and evil. There's roots of bitterness and pride behind all of this. So I know God is love, and with God all things are possible. So us linking together as people of order, and pushing our best selves and playing our position and getting in our elements and doing what we all need to do.
Getting in your element.
Become this big transformer, to make things happen. I believe that's what it's going to take.
All right, so let's get one of the organizers on the phone, Mr. Waleed Cummins. Got our engineer, Miss Cordelia Reynolds, back there. She's getting him on the line right now. She's dialing the number, and we're going to get him on the line, see what he says.
I really think that something good is going to come out of this.
Oh, yeah.
I think that a blessing is going to come out of it, and we'll end up getting a better place.
Hello, hello.
Waleed Cummins, please.
Hey.
What's up, Waleek? How you doing, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Day Party live stream, man. We got you on our live feed right now, man. We just wanted to call. We have a topic going on right now about your Black Lives Matter mural. Everybody's talking about it. It's been in the news. There's been a press conference and all sorts of things. So we've been talking about it here on our live stream in the studio. We just wanted to get you on the line and find out what's going on from your point of view, man.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
I got my man. Hey Waleek, hold on a minute. I got J.A.C.E the Reacher in the building right now. We got Miss Lithonia Peaches Barnes hanging out with us today. And my girl Cordelia Reynolds is doing our engineering right now. Just moved for health. She's in the building as well, man. So you got the floor right now. You good?
I was called into a meeting to be told that we're going to take up the mural and you're going to request to do it. And because it was vandalized, and you know the KKK may want the opportunity to do the same thing, then we would have to let them. Whoa! Wait a minute. It was none of it sat well with me. It immediately upon it being presented to me, and especially in the way that it was presented. Like, so after that meeting, but even during the meeting, I said to those present that, you know, this is something that the public needs to be made aware of. And well, it was they said they wanted to do this quietly, and that all we had to do was just submit a request to remove the mural because it was defaced, and that way the city doesn't look like it's taking a stance against the Black Lives Matter and for the art project. Well, I don't know how. I don't know what type, you know, business. I don't know what's going on with all of that. But all I know is that once I relayed everything to the producers, basically all of the people who helped to bring the mural to life, the artists themselves and contributors, those people had to be informed as to what was going on. And everyone has taken the exact same stance that no, do not remove it, and whatever reasons, bogus reasons that has come to the forefront in this situation, it's there now.
Yeah,
it's there now.
Well, I got a question for you real quick, Waleek. Let me ask you this. When you guys first decided to put this mural down, you had to talk to somebody from the city, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what was the agreement?
Yeah.
Was the agreement to use biodegradable paint and all that kind of stuff that they were saying?
So here's the thing about all of that. That's my language. I submitted the request for approval. I submitted the request for approval. And in it, I said to them that request to use biodegradable material.
Okay.
And that's what we use. Biodegradable material.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't understand
the paint you used was the paint that they approved for you to use.
Well, here's the thing about that. No one said in particular, like, here's the paint. Here is the approved paint. Use this.
So you just did what you had to do.
We just agreed. I submitted the language that said that we would use biodegradable paint. That's what we use. And as a matter of fact, when they came to do the outline for us, they used the exact same paint that we use.
That's crazy.
So the city.
Now, what's going on here, man?
Hold on. The city actually outlined the mural for you.
Yes, they did that. Yes, they did the marking for so that we can do this live. What are we talking about? And they used the same paint. When they came out there, it was suggested that we use this paint, this kind of paint.
You say something.
This is maddening. This is maddening.
Yeah.
It you know, it's the way that everything was done, the way it transpired. It wasn't good. And I said to the mayor in that meeting that this is not the public need to be made aware of this. No, we want to keep this quiet. Well, I said, well, listen, you, sirs, I'm going to look you in your face, in your eyeballs. I'm looking you in your eyeballs, referring to the mayor, and then you, Miss Pat, looking you in your eyeballs. And I'm just telling y'all that I'm going to stand up for art. I'm going to stand up for art now. I'm just letting you know that.
Well, how do you feel? Let me ask you this. How do you feel about what we were talking about earlier? We were talking about some of the art that we're doing, man. The art is beautiful, no question about it. The art is great.
Right.
Now, do you think that we're taking away from the art by putting it on a lot of these dilapidated buildings and things like that in Florence?
Yeah, man. Yeah. See, I think the consensus in communicating with the team, first off, the location.
Right.
That location was suggested by, I believe, the city manager.
Mm-hmm.
And for reasons that were outlined that we agreed with.
Mm-hmm.
First, there's the Pearl Moore Gymnasium right there, named after the only African-American woman, the public space named after an African-American woman in the city, the only one.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the South Carolina Basketball Hall of Fame.
Right.
There's the gym, the community center that's right across the way. There's the park that's right there on the corner.
Yeah, the new park.
It's a side street. It was perfect. It made the perfect sense to do it there. Thanks for the suggestion, city manager.
Wow.
And once that was the case, we canvassed the area and we decided, this would be a great. Oh, and plus it coincided with the effort to increase foot traffic in the area. It was a great spot for education, creative, artistic mural to be placed.
So
we looked at it as
So you guys had a press conference the other day, man. Did anything come out of the press conference?
Well, I guess the word is out. That's the good thing, that the word is out. And again, I suggested that this be what take place in the first place, and it wouldn't become such a tizzy. Everybody's in such a tizzy.
Right.
You know, the mural is there now. It's going to eventually deteriorate and fade away. There's absolutely no need to do what is even being proposed done. And it should just be left alone.
You think they're doing that because they got threats from racist organizations and stuff like that? And that somebody vandalized it?
That. What else can we go by? Mm-hmm. Okay, the mural itself was vandalized. Okay, someone wrote the N-word on it. Okay, now that is a pure indication right there as to the reason why the mural should remain there, based on what the piece of artwork says. Black Lives Matter.
Right.
What you have, ladies and gentlemen, is American art.
I hear the passion in that man's voice right there.
Yeah. What you have is American art. Mm-hmm. That is American art. Black Lives Matter.
No doubt.
A mural being painted on the street. The city approved it.
And not only that,
there's
not even a mural like it in the country.
Dig it.
It's the only one like that.
The only one that is that's constructed in the way that it's constructed.
Right. It is the only one.
It's laid out. It's there now. Oh, because there's some pressure that obviously, some apparent pressure that's coming in from somewhere. Now there's this effort to remove it.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like our existence and experience been in this country? They want your life to be as soluble as the water colors, water paint, finger paint. What on earth?
Hey, I know you got to let your next move be your best move, so I ain't gonna ask you too many questions, man, because I know you got a fight on your hands right now. So,
just plotting and planning.
What's next, man? What are we doing next, man?
Oh yeah, we're plotting and planning. Getting prepared to like you said, make the next move the best move.
Yeah, probably have to have some more meetings with the powers that be.
We're not backing down. We're not backing down or shrinking out of the way or falling to the side. Or we're not, wearing our feelings and emotion all on our sleeve. That's not what we're doing. We're here. We're here. We're showing up to everything. We're answering everything. At least what makes sense to do. So anyway.
Yeah.
And we're at the forefront. Oh, I do have some breaking news though. Which just jumped into back into my mind again. I guess this would be breaking news. Well, yeah, it is. I'm breaking some news here right now on. Yeah, absolutely.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news on Party Kings Radio right here. So we were just today able to get word from the city that we can have a sit down.
Okay.
We'll have a sit down after the election. And the meeting is scheduled for November the 5th.
After the election.
Yeah, after the election.
Breaking
November
news.
5th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So all pertinent parties and all interested personnel, people, concerned citizens, artists, people who believe in that the phrase Black Lives Matter is more than a phrase, that it is indeed your black life. We're telling you right now that November 5th, we were able to secure a meeting with the city manager and other pertinent personnel to discuss the Black Lives Community Arts Mural that was put on and supported by Making a Difference, MAD organization. Next is Now.
Yeah.
Party Kings Radio, Mount Zion Films Works, Tech Monkey.
That was my next question to you. That's what I was about to tell you. Shout out some of those organizations that had something to do with it, because there's a lot of people involved, man. A lot of artists came from all over to put this thing together, man. It was a hard work. I was out there for a little while, and it was hot and it was hard work, man.
Yes.
So, whew.
Yes, 3 days.
3 days of hard work.
So if at any point, Buddah Ratt, that we were doing something that was wrong, or we thought was wrong, or somebody knew was wrong, or what all that time, city officials were there.
I was about to say, city officials were there. Are they speaking up for you, helping you out right now with what's going on? And any city officials that were out there that day come through?
I tell you what, how many times does Tuesday come up in a week? Yeah. Does Tuesday happen more than one time a week? Does Tuesday happen more than one time a week? No, man. We was out there by ourselves on our lonesome, man. But you know what? That's all right too. I understand that politics is at play. I said that in the meeting. I said, well, I understand that politics is at play here. Then there's some issue about the First Amendment, la-di-da, about the KKK. They would have to let them do it too. So then we said that we're going to create an ordinance where no one will be able to paint on public property or city streets.
Right, yeah, man. Well, man, we ain't got much time, so I just wanted to holler at you and let some of our listeners and our viewers out there hear your side of the story. We've been reading the papers, we've been seeing the news, we've been hearing rumors on the street, and I know you were the main organizer for this, so I wanted to just get you on the line, man, and clear some things up real quick, my brother. There you go.
I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate Party Kings Radio. I definitely appreciate you, Buddah Ratt, and everybody that rock with you. I'm proud of what you got going on too, bro. Just keep rocking, and we're gonna keep supporting you all the way.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, we appreciate you too, my brother. You keep it pushing, and I'm going to give you a call a little bit later. Have a great weekend, homie.
All right, brother. Bless up.
All right, bless up. Bless up, y'all see it? Shouts going out to my man Malik Williams, man, for the bless up gear. No doubt, man. Well, what do y'all think about that? We cleared up some stuff, right?
This is very unfortunate.
Oh, God. Huh?
This is very unfortunate. You know, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for the artists, man, because they really were out there, and you hear the passion in this man's voice right there. He's real passionate about it, and they did it out of their heart. They did it with, faith, thinking of good, positive thoughts. And you can compare Black Lives Matter now to the KKK. That's because it's kind of bugging me out right there. So I guess they're looking at Black Lives Matter like a hatred organization. The Black Lives Matter organization didn't put that up there. It just has matter. Right, that's all they're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a comparison for us, but for others it is.
Yeah, true that.
It's not for us.
But see, the difference is
We're gonna get you a microphone.
Yeah, come on. The difference is
Yeah.
because the KKK is more so as in hatred.
Yeah, that's why I said the KKK is more of a hatred organization.
It's not hatred towards white people.
No.
It's just pro-black.
no. You got white people who are.
You could be pro-black and still love other races and stuff like that, man.
Just saying,
But you know that. You know that. And we know that. However, I'm looking at Facebook, and my neighbor was on the phone looking at Facebook, and one of our white neighbors were upset that my church had Black Lives Matter outside, and what kind of Christian people are this? And she went into all of this stuff where my other neighbor, who's a black guy, he went up and down them but their belief is it's a radical movement, it's violence. They attribute rioting and all of that to Black Lives Matter. He schooled them. However, that's their belief. And so with some of them, they're saying, so if the rioters and on one side can do this, why can't? It's not. You have to speak truth. I just think that we would not be here if it was dealt with a little differently from the front.
Yeah.
and then take it back.
Next time you deal with the city, get a contract. I'm just saying, get a contract. All right, man. J.A.C.E, man, you in here. I told you I was going to give you the floor, man.
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to give you the floor, homie.
Let's do it.
I tell you what, I got Cordelia Reynolds in here. We're going to talk to her before we get on up out of here. We got a few more minutes, but before we go, I'm going to let my man J.A.C.E drop a little verse on this track right here,
I'm
man.
snatching up the mic as an ambassador for Christ. All that matters is what's right, so I have to give you life. Angels gathering for flight, flaming past you in the night to protect you while you speak to God, asking for advice. Just let me do a preacher's job. Valiantly I fight, so the adversary won't get all the casualties he likes. Soldiers are strapped and ready as the challengers get hyped. Those legions of demon activists attacking us like lice. Try to get inside our heads and entrap us with a vice till our dignity is dead, and we're happy to invite all that sickness in our bed. Then they laugh at us with spite like they did to the Messiah when disaster was in sight. You he fooled you with a passion that ignites and annihilated death. Boy was cavalry precise, poison daggers aimed to destroy tenacity and might. Living in the hearts of Christians, but we battle in the light. What will happen to your soul if its package isn't white? Maybe naturally you go where someone stabs you with a knife. Forget about how you died when your casket is shut tight. Either you get heaven or eternal tragedy will strike. Learn reality. You trying to earn a salary, alright? Gain the world and lost your soul. That's the saddest sacrifice. Like they burnt the Vatican, turned to the dragon of the night. Cause the pastor led the sheep astray and massacred the mice. Singing, I ain't gonna go no more.
Hey.
I ain't gonna go no more. That's it. No doubt. I appreciate you. That's what it is. That's what
Preach!
it is.
Preach!
Yes,
And he
ma'am.
ain't cursed not one time. I'm
No
telling
doubt.
you, man, you can still be a dope MC. You can still spit without all the guns. You know, I don't want to get killed in your song. My mama don't want to get killed in your song. My dog, my sister,
Indeed.
nobody wants to get killed in your song
doubt.
anymore. We tired of calling women out their name.
Right,
We done
right.
sold drugs. We done stole cars. We done did all the illegal stuff that there is to do in hip hop. Let's bring it back to something positive. My man J.A.C.E
Word.
just proved that you can have
doubt.
skills and don't even drop one curse. This dude just flamed it up in the studio. Bars, bars, and more bars. So that's the challenge right now. The spit without cursing positive challenge. You
doubt,
feel
no
me?
doubt.
Oh man, J.A.C.E, man, thanks for coming by, man, doing your thing.
Appreciate you.
Love your
Anytime.
energy. Love the story you got to tell, my brother, no doubt. And I know that you're gonna be definitely a definite success. You haven't
Man,
even
I
been
appreciate
home
that. I
6
claim that.
months yet. Haven't even been home 6 months. Boy, ain't been home 90 days and doing big things. We already got him on the station, man, no doubt.
Praise
and
God.
he is on Plugged In Radio as well, man. Plugged In Radio is our independent station that we have going on right now. And you can visit us online to get your music played. Musicpluggedin.com. Musicplug, the letter N.com. And tomorrow we will be out in North Florence, Oakland Avenue.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm going
okay.
to bring my man Jace with me. He's
I'll be
going to
there.
spit something 3 o'clock tomorrow. We got to stop the violence movement going on. Anti-gun violence rally going on tomorrow. So come on out and hang out with us. North Florence, 1100 Oakland Avenue, right there in the Big T parking lot. And then October the 30th, that's a Friday, Party Kings Radio's Trunk or Treat for the kids. That's what we're doing. A little trunk or treat for the kids, too. That's on Barn Street, 500 Barn Street. Right there where the Black Lives Matter mural is, as a matter of fact. That's what we do in our trunk or treat. I'm just being real. Right there where the Black Lives Matter mural is. So, hey, come on out and have a good time with us, man. Cordelia, I need you to come up here. James, thank you, my brother.
Oh yeah.
Let me get my girl Cordelia to come up here. She been in the background holding it down, engineering the whole show, pushing buttons, making phone calls. We got to get you up here real quick because I want you to talk about this Move to Health thing that you got going on right here, man. Yeah, you got people out there at McLeod early in the morning flipping tractor trailer tires and stuff like that.
Well, that's how I was doing it, but now I'm like still doing that, but I'm focusing more on the Zumba because that's dance fitness, and it's very eclectic.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, eclectic groove sessions with Cordelia Reynolds, and it's eclectic because there's African and salsa and cumbia and various types of dance, and it's just about having fun and just keeping your body moving. Even if you can't follow my moves exactly, just keep your body moving.
So this is a Zoom class.
You can do it live. You can do it through Zoom. We can do it through Google Hangouts, or I can post for you a pre-recorded class. That way you can do it on your own time. But the way it works on the Zumba website is it only lasts for 24 hours. So say if you want to do it Tuesday, I'll post it Tuesday morning, and it'll be available to you that whole day. And so whatever you have time to access it, it'll be available. But because they do disappear, you do have to request a session with me. But that would be $35 per month for a full fitness plan, or just $8 for one session.
Wow.
And for a limited time, for a little bit of time, I'm going to do $5 for one, just for you to try it out.
And you can do it right out your house, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it out my house, but I'll go to the park or something. Just because when you're live with me, you kind of get the feel of what you're seeing, and so I want to have different backgrounds so that you feel like you left the house to go.
All right, man. Cordelia Reynolds just moved for health, and I'm telling
Contact
you,
me.
they be doing it, man. they be doing it. I looked at some of your videos, and I was sweating just looking at the video. I got tired just looking at the video.
And that's the funny thing, is that you're actually working a lot harder than you realize. You're having so much fun that you don't realize, I just burned 800 calories. It's pretty cool.
All right. You still hooked up to the machine, right? Let's call Shasta real quick.
Yeah, Shasta.
Let's see what's up with her real quick, if she'll answer the phone.
Let me just tell y'all to come to my Facebook page. Facebook.me/Royal Unity Network.
Facebook.me/Royal Unity Network, y'all. Make sure you check her out on Facebook.
Like me.
I'm going to call my partner real quick. She on vacation. She riding around somewhere. Who knows? So we're going to call her, get her on the phone real quick, see what she's up to, and then hang up on her. And tomorrow, Oakland Avenue. Yes. Stop the violence movement. Stop the violence rally. Y'all come on out. All right, we got some rings going on. Mm. 5 o'clock, right? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
It's the Shasta Partey. Partey, what's up, girl? We hear you on vacation out there. How's everything going in the island of Nanny Boo Boo?
It's going great in the island of Nanny Boo Boo. I was watching the show.
I need to get away.
Oh, you watching us on live?
Go to the island of Nana.
Yeah, we were watching the show. We're in the car. We just arrived at the island of Nanny Boo Boo. And we just, everybody say hi.
Hey. Sound like y'all rolling deep. Are y'all social distance up in there?
No, we're family and we're not social distancing.
Got it. Shasta Partey hanging out with her family. We miss you on our live. We just called to check in with you, man, and speak at you. That's all. We just hollering at you.
Yes. Well, I want to give a shout out for my mom's birthday. That's why we're out on the island of Nanny Boo Boo.
Happy birthday, Mom Dukes.
Thank you. And thank you guys for checking in with us. The show was pretty dope on today. And that boy who did the bar.
Yes, J.A.C.E. Was he fire or what? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was fire.
I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is dope.
Yeah, he killed it. All right, well,
He did.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you stopping through the show and answering your phone. We know you hanging out, so keep doing your thing. Y'all have a great weekend, all right?
Thank you. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank you.
All right. All right, man, let's wrap it up, man. Don't forget Jamie Harrison is at Wilson High School tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's right, Jamie Harrison. Man, and Jamie Harrison at first, they said he didn't stand a chance against old boy. But right now, the race is like neck and neck, and I think Jamie Harrison actually has a slight edge on, what's his name, Lindsey Graham?
Yeah, what's his name?
He ain't for us, I'll tell you that much, man. We definitely got to get Jamie Harrison in that seat. He'll be at Wilson High School tomorrow, y'all, at 5 p.m. So if you want to hear what this man has to say, you want to meet him, stop by Wilson High School. Jamie Harrison is coming to Florence, baby. No doubt. All right, well, anything you want to say before we get on up out of here? You want to give some shout-outs? You want to tell everybody?
I mean,
go vote?
Go vote. Y'all, we've got a chance to make history
That's
in
right.
Florence. The first time that we will have a predominantly black city council.
Wow.
That will be the first time in history. This is history. You're talking about Jamie Harrison. You know, the world is watching. The world is sending money to Jamie. Jamie has raised more than anybody ever in that spot because the world wants Lindsey Graham gone.
Yes.
And so South Carolina needs to want him gone.
Yes.
It's time for us to knock down that red wall and put up a blue wall.
Oh, yeah. Now you're preaching.
And we can do that. So, and then, of course, I got to give myself a shout out. Mm-hmm. If you hadn't voted yet,
all right,
please go out and vote Lithonia Peaches Barnes for city council seat at large. And then I want you to go ahead on and go on down the line and hit blue.
Yeah, just hit blue all the way down, right?
All right.
Hey, what's up, Cordelia? Any last words? You want to shout anybody out real quick?
Everybody.
It's like everybody.
Love,
James, you
peace,
good?
unity.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity.
How can we purchase your
How can people get your music real quick?
I want something now.
It says you want it
I
now.
have a free CD on audiomac.com.
Audiomac.com for J.A.C.E's music, y'all. Audiomac.com.
Audiomac is called Let Me Help You Up.
It's called Let Me Help You Up. Y'all heard that, man. So make sure you get this brother's stuff. Matter of fact, when you get up out of here, I'm going to leave you with this song so y'all can check it out, man. All right?
It's on Spotify. The new single's on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and all that.
You heard it. New single, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and all that, man. J.A.C.E. Look for the name. Google him. That's how I found the boy. So come on, man. And I like your new video too, by the way, man. All right. So we up out of here, man. We want to just say shouts going out to everybody for tuning into the show, man. Nothing but love. We're gonna leave you with some my man J.A.C.E. Get inside your element. Thank you.
Who don't like motivation?
Thank you, Cordeezy.
Yes.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
We up out of here, y'all.
Oh, shit.
Just to reach it. Oh man, this feels special. It feels good. Yeah. I'm 5'5", I will never be a ball player. But let me tell you one thing about your small neighbor. I've been given the gift to reach you with that raw flavor, to motivate you to strive first and talk later. One that breaks the rules the best could be a lawmaker. He saw a technicality on his assault papers. The man that loves fighting and being a